not say that we have no chance to replace John Cornyn. There is an opportunity still here. There's 11 million people that did not get out and vote in the primaries. Out of 13 million registered voters, 11 million did not vote. So there's 11 million potential petition signers that we can get out there and find. And one of the things about me, I woke up about 2 years ago and I realized this federal government is not the federal government, not the one that the Founding Fathers gave us. Now, I kept wondering, why in the world is it that they keep pumping Republican and keep pumping Democrat down our throats saying this is the only place we get our candidates from? Well, I do not find in the Constitution anywhere where the Founding Fathers said dividing this nation in factions and different parties was a good thing. Until around 1860, I believe the Republican Party didn't even exist. The Founding Fathers would be rolling over in their graves if they saw what was going on in our nation right now. The people that have died to keep this country free and keep liberty for every single one of us. Those Founding Fathers said that we should spread liberty among all the people and that we are all supposed to be united, not divided. The things that the politicians in Washington, what they have done, they have readily available, and they have made sure that they have got this nation divided. Now, I'm an independent candidate and I don't believe in parties, as I said. So we need to unite. We need to stand up. We need to hold these politicians accountable and use the Constitution against them. The Constitution was there. We don't need Article 5 conventions. The Constitution, everything that's in the Constitution was written well enough so that we can control those politicians in Washington, D.C. This nation is a person. In the Constitution, I was considered a human being. These people now have defined person and persons to mean a corporation owned by the federal government. The 14th Amendment, which was not legally ratified, it was only signed by the Secretary of State. 2/3 of the state did not pass it, and the President did not sign it. We are told that the 14th Amendment has been ratified. It has not. So the 14th Amendment makes us a corporation owned by the United States government. That's why they get away with the laws and the regulations that they put against us, because they view us as cattle. They take us on our birth certificate and say we're worth a value. We are the GDP for America. GDP is our people, our human beings, compared to the federal. That's what the federal government sees. So we need to get away from, we need to understand this. The federal government does not operate within the bounds of the Constitution at all. Every one of them that are up there in Washington that have been elected, if we have a candidate that does not understand this, we do not need to put that candidate and get them elected into office. These candidates need to understand that the Constitution is what regulates their activity whenever they're elected. They are the servants, we are the masters. And we've gotten away from that. We let them run all over us. I'm going to tell you, it is not over here until June the 26th. We have to get those 55,000 signatures. We can still get John Cornyn out of office. The Republicans didn't do it. The Republicans, the hardcore Republicans, put John Cornyn back into that seat. They put him back in. 9% of 13 million people registered in the state of Texas got out and voted. 9%. Those people that put him back in are the hardcore Republicans. Yes, we had people go out there and vote for other candidates trying to get him out, but it didn't do any good, did it? They only give me 30 days where I would have had 4 months because they have a primary runoff. They intentionally did this, I'm pretty sure, that I would have had 4 months to get out there and get 55,000 signatures. As it is now, I only have 30 days. Don't say it's not impossible. Those people that keep saying that it's impossible or that what I'm doing is ridiculous and that it can't be done, I'm going to tell you right now, if you have that attitude, then it won't get done. You, the people, we the people, I'm one of you. We have the opportunity to stand up against this Washington, D.C. We have the opportunity to stand up against the infected state governments that we have as well, because Washington has infected our state governments just as much. They are playing the same game. They are all in tune and they all play together. Now we need to stop them. And it's us, the people. I am a member of the Texas State Militia. I'm a squad leader in the Beaumont. Every single person that is a citizen of the United States that lives here under the Constitution that regulates this nation and gives us the chance and opportunity of freedom and liberty, every single one of us were a militia member when the Founding Fathers put that in the Constitution. You are the militia. We are the militia. We can take up the arms and we can stop those people that are in Washington from doing what they're doing. We can stop our state government from doing what they're doing. We can take up arms if they get out of control. That is our right. And the Founding Fathers, they understood that, and they told every single one of us that if they put tyranny upon us, that we have the right to put that tyranny down and put it where it belongs, and it doesn't belong to the United States of America. Socialism does not belong to the United States of America. Sharia law does not belong to the United States of America. And we continue to bow down to it. We're going to have it, and we're going to have it shoved down our throats whether we like it or not if we don't stand up and say no. We have to stand up and say no to it. You have to wake up to it. Until 2 years ago, I was asleep just like most people are now. I thought this is the way it was supposed to be. Vote Republican or vote Democrat. Hey, I wasn't reading my Constitution. I wasn't learning it. I was just as guilty. But guess what? I woke up and I said, something's not right. I started reading my Constitution. I started reading the Federalist and the Anti-Federalist papers and seeing that amongst us. And we can still have the opportunity to take this nation back. Lost it. We have lost this nation. It is a fact. We have lost it. We need to stand up and take it back from these people that are corporate America. We cannot allow the UN to come in and tell us how we live our lives. We have had too many people go out that have served in the military and that have died, have shed their blood, have come back with their arms cut off and their limbs cut off. For us to sit down and lay down and say, okay, take our liberty away, take our guns away from us, and then what's next? We all know what's next. Look how many people have been slaughtered as soon as they took the guns away from them that didn't want to go along with their way of thinking. The Indians, the Native American Indians, which I am part Cherokee and Apache right here, my father's side of the family. The Native American Indians were slaughtered whenever we came in. The federal government will not take care of you, and the federal government, that is not the responsibility of the federal government to take care of our individual needs. It is our responsibility as a community. Texas State Militia, or any militia you belong to, we need to get organized, and we need to understand who each other is. We need to know who to turn to, and we need to build it up in our communities to make sure that we're safe. If we don't have a militia in your community, get one started. Get one started, because it is the Second Amendment right. A well-regulated militia has nothing to do with you just keeping and bearing arms. That's just part of it. It's every single person has the right to keep and bear them arms so that we can have a militia, so that we can stand up against the federal government. We can no longer take it. We have to say no to any more infringements of our rights. I want to again say that I'm David W. Smith. You can get my card from me. I'm on Facebook. I have a website. I need your support. Go out there with those 11 million people and let's find those 55,000 so we can get those 30 signatures in 30 days. Let's not say it's done until it's done. Cornyn has to have somebody go against him. Thank every one of you for being out here that were here, and I hope to see every one of you out there on the campaign trail. I will represent you in the state of for the state of Texas as you should be represented. 17th Amendment needs to be repealed. Hello. 17th Amendment needs to be repealed as well. 16th Amendment needs to be repealed. Take it away. I'm tired of paying taxes to a government that doesn't even use our money the way it's supposed to be used. It wasn't even in existence until 1913. So, come on. They built roads without it. Now it is only a thing to use to control the people and put the thumb upon the people. So let's get rid of all the unconstitutional things that the government's done to us. Let's put them in check. They don't need to be putting us in check.